Hi, my name is Jordan Waite, and for this project we were asked to pick two objects on completely different ends of the spectrum to show our personality and just tell why they were important to us, why we chose them, and to go in how these objects create a life of their own. For the first object, I chose my makeup brushes just because it shows a little bit of a girlier side of me. I didn't get into makeup until I was about a senior in high school, a little bit more in college, and I was a very big tomboy growing up. So for me, it was important to show the side of me that, I was constantly changing as I was growing up, and that I found a way to enjoy makeup without making it my everyday routine or like I was almost forced to do it. The second one isn't really an object as so much as a symbol, but I guess you could consider it an object too, is my tattoos. Specifically my firefighter and military tattoo. I chose this for my father and my grandfathers and pretty much everyone in my family. I am fourth generation firefighter, and as you can see, I have multiple branches in my family. And it was just important for me to show that side. When you look at somebody and they have tattoos, we kind of get judged a little bit, especially when they're female, because you're like, why are you putting that on your body? Oh, it's too much, it's too big. And you kind of get stereotyped when you're doing things. Like, one day I decided to email my old guidance counselor and ask her if it was okay for me to have tattoos that were visible, because I wanted to be a guidance counselor and I wanted to be able to have a job. And I was kind of afraid that if somebody saw my tattoos, they wouldn't think so kindly of me. And she told me as long as it wasn't offensive or along those lines, that it was okay for me to have them. There was no rules against it. But that's kind of the thought process that goes through your mind when you have them. And, the objects create almost a life of their own when you're looking at my tattoos and you're like, oh, she's got tattoos, she's not a good person, or she's not ladylike, and that's giving the object power over the person. When you're looking at my tattoos, you're seeing only my tattoos. You're not seeing the rest of my personality. My personality is so much more than just my makeup and being girly, or my tattoos and looking a little bit more masculine. There's so much more to me. I love reading. I love being in the fire department. I love my family. I love things that smell good, or I love four-wheeling. There's so much more to me than just these two objects. And I think that's what people don't understand when they just see one thing out of a million others. There's such a complexity of personalities. And it doesn't make one object better than the other. I chose these tattoos to represent my family so that they're always here with me. My first one was a butterfly. It's on my back, and it's true what they say, once you get one, they're addicting. But I chose these so that I always remember every single great memory I have with my family. And, that's my amazing story. I waited to get my first tattoo, and I waited until my brother was old enough to get his, and it was a great bonding experience between us. And now every time I look at these, I can think of my grandfather and him taking me four-wheeling, or my father and going so fast to the firehouse to get there, or my brother, who I know will always protect me, or my best friend who's been there for me for 16 years, or both my grandmothers. One's passed, one's still here, and I currently live with one. And those are amazing stories that I want to be able to tell people when they look at my tattoos. And that's why I chose the two objects that I did today.